better shape somehow, just not eating and working out the same way I was, I guess. Let's go ahead and head back to the Eastern Conference, shall we? The reigning champion Raptors take on a Nets team that has continued to surprise anyone watching with their next man up mentality. These teams are 2nd and 7th. Toronto, though, did win the season series 3-1 behind 22 points a game from Pascal Siakam. Caris LeVert had 23 a game, but will it be enough? Here's more on that series, starting with Fred VanVleet.
We got a lot of guys that have chips on their shoulder, but have performed at high levels, that have accomplished a lot of things. Whatever narrative people will write about us is what it's going to be. I think we know who we are, and we know that we're good enough to do it, and we're going to play hard, and we're tough, and it's going to be hard to beat us 4 times. So if you can do that, we'll shake your hand and congratulate you, but I think we all like our chances.
Caron, the great mistake this season has been underestimating what the Raptors could accomplish without their finals MVP. What is it that has made them so successful without Kawhi Leonard in the lineup?
Man, people say it may be the chip on their shoulder. It's looking more like a boulder. And I'll tell you what, the way that they're all as collectives are engaged from an offensive standpoint and defensively, you got to give a ton of credit to Nick Nurse. He's done a remarkable job at helping those guys reemerge and find a way to help them be a better version of themselves. And they all bought into it. It was a significant loss losing Kawhi Leonard, but Kyle Lowry, OG, whether it's Gasol, Siakam, Jefferson, Ibaka, all these guys, Powell, VanVleet, and Lord knows, you better hope VanVleet is not expecting another child, because we've seen how he plays. Once he knows he's expecting another birth of one of his kids, he goes to and drop astronomical numbers out there on the basketball court. The Toronto Raptors are dangerous.
Yeah, Smitty, they are, though, taking on a Nets team that still a roster depleted by injury, but they're a team that won 5 of their 8 games since the season restart, worked their way into the 7 seed. So what about that team is giving you confidence heading into the playoffs?
The reason why is, and I want to give him a little credit, Jacques Vaughn has done a nice job with the Brooklyn Nets. And I think when you look at this roster, like you said, they're depleted at injuries. But I just watch them during this restart. They come out, they play hard. And I love Caris LeVert. Even though he went to that school, Michigan, he's one of my favorite kids to get a chance to watch. He can flat out score the basketball. He can play without the basketball. Not a lot of young guys can do that. And then also, he's a guy that doesn't have to have every possession. He can score with a couple of shots, and he makes it. He's efficient. I think this Brooklyn Nets team has done a nice job. I don't think they'll beat Toronto, because it comes down to that Toronto team, like Caron said. This is a championship team that has a chip on their shoulder. That is scary. But the Brooklyn Nets have some young guys that can get better, and Caris LeVert can go out there and be a matchup problem for anybody.
Yeah, I would say, gentleman's sweep, possible 4-0. But you got to give a ton of credit, to Jacques Vaughn and what he's been capable of doing with that depleted roster. And I hope that they find a way to give him a fair shake at that coaching position, because he's definitely worked some miracles down there in the bubble.
Well, the NBA playoffs tip off tomorrow, and ESPN has Monday's slate. Let's